Hi friends, I'm back and we're still in this peaceful world of self-isolation, and I'm in the backyard and it's glorious out here. It's not raining anymore and it's fresh and green, and so if you can sneak to a isolated outdoor area, kind of recharge yourself, I highly recommend. So I thought we could do some, obviously the ground's still kind of wet, so I thought we could do some standing stuff to sort of stretch and reconnect and strengthen ourselves and touch into that breath and that core and balance. That's always been a challenge for me, so I thought we could work on some balance. It's always a good thing to bring into our lives. So just find yourself a place where you can focus on yourself, and if you want to do this with your kids, we can do more little fun things that you can add to yesterday's bee breath, and we can just add some trees to our garden. So let's get started. We'll come back here and we'll just stand in a nice tall mountain pose. You can have those feet together or hip distance, whatever feels comfortable for yourself. Make sure you have a little wiggle in your knees, and you just want to build the strength of this posture from the ground up. Feel your feet firmly rooted and yet soft. Pick up those toes, feel all four corners of the feet connected to that earth, and then just place those toes down again. And then you can feel that softness in the knees, and then that nice tuck of that belly button, and also a little tuck of that tailbone. You don't want to have your booty sticking out, so bring that belly button in and tailbone straight down like there's a cord holding you to the center of the earth. And then that allows those ribs to lift high up out of the waist, and that sternum to lift high towards the heavens. Those shoulders come up, back, and down, and again that neck is that nice tall extension, and there's that crown of the head right towards the heavens. And then from here, just let those hands relax, feel those arms relax, and we can take a nice deep breath and just fill your body with breath. And shoot energy out of your fingertips and smile at the barking dogs and the chirping birds. And as you exhale, just draw it down through that heart center. And again, fill with that soft belly expanding. And inhale. And then just gently grab that left wrist with your right fingers, and you're just going to gently pull towards that side, getting a stretch along that whole left side. You're still tucked with that belly button. You're protecting your back, your lower back. Your core is strong. Inhale up and switch, and exhale. Coordinate every move with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Just feel that stretch and feel that tuck of your core. Inhale and exhale. And then down through that heart center. I'm going to turn sideways just so that we can see what we're doing here. Let's inhale, and as we exhale, just let those arms relax as we fold forward. Again, we're staying loose in the knees still, but we're imagining that our back is now like a tabletop. You could serve tea on that back of yours. That heart is facing now towards the earth. If this is a good stretch for you, make sure you're not locked in your knees. You can stay here, or you can just let that body hinge forward like a door. And let the top of the head just drop towards the earth. You're going to feel it in those hamstrings, that nice stretch here, because we've all been sitting a little bit more lately. So feel that nice stretch in those hamstrings. And you can just let your hands dangle. It doesn't matter if your fingers touch the ground or not. I have really long arms. Just let everything hang. And also, to take pressure off of our shoulders, we can take our thumbs into the crooks of our opposite elbows. And then we can just picture frame our head. And then relax everything, and one vertebrae at a time. Just let that
body come up to standing.
And take a nice deep breath. And bring it down. We're going to bring those feet hip distance apart. And we're going to build some strength into those thighs. So you can do those forward folds as many times as you want to get that stretch through those hamstrings. But for now, we're going to build strength in those thighs as well. Again, that core is always gently tucked. We're protecting our back and building up our strong cores. So we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to sit down in an invisible chair. We know how to do the real chair. Let's pretend that we're sitting down. This time that chair is not there. Don't let those shoulders creep up. Keep those shoulders pressed down, thumbs towards the sky. Those knees are right over the tops of your feet. You can even open up those shoulders into our cactus arms. We're kind of bringing those shoulder blades back towards each other. Feel that neck as like, I'm looking up at the camera, but feel that neck as like a long extension of your spine. Right here, and just focus into that breath. You can even take those arms, inhale, up, and exhale, sweep them back. Inhale, up, exhale, sweep them back. Inhale, up, right by those ears, exhale, and then rise up. Take a nice deep breath. And you can swan dive forward and get another stretch through those hamstrings.
And then just round up through that spine.
Nice and slow. You can do that several times. So coming back into our chair, sinking low, getting really strong through those thighs. This time we can bring our hands to our heart, and feel free to change these up. And you can take that left elbow and kind of latch it behind that right knee and twist off towards the side. And then back to center and go for that opposite side. And back to center. And as we twist to the sides, we're wringing out, detoxing all of those inner organs, getting a nice detox. Take a little extra time filling those thighs, get nice and strong, and then rise up and dive forward into that forward fold.
And then rising up one vertebrae at a time.
So let's just add a little fun. There's some trees in your garden with your kids, or the beautiful tree that you like to do, your own tree pose. So feel yourself grow roots. Feel yourself that strong, tall, rooted mountain in our mountain pose. And then very gently, you can bring your hands to your heart just to anchor. Find something not moving at eye level. It helps that balance. Your head weighs 8 to 10 pounds, so wherever your glance goes, your body wants to follow, wherever your head goes. So we're gonna pick up that left heel. Right here, you can turn that knee out to the side with those toes still gently connected to the earth in our sprout. If you like, you can take that foot up and just kind of hug that inner calf muscle. That knee is pointed out to the side. We're getting a nice opening through our hip here. Finding that thing that's not moving, and it doesn't matter if you fall out or whatever, just this is the act of bringing balance into your life. And with your children, you can say, let your tree grow some branches. Feel that tall ribs lifted high out of the waist, knee is pointed out to the side. Make sure you don't have your foot on your knee. Make sure you have your foot below your knee or high above, but never pressing against the side of that knee. We always want to guard and make sure that we're not hurting any part of our body to benefit anything else. We want to always keep integrity in the pose. And again, this is a time for fun. If you fall out, just smile, shake it off. There's no grades, and try it again. And then you can teach your little children, oh look, in the tree, what do you see? There's a bird, and you can all be birds. And very slowly and gently, you could spread your wings out You can press that heel straight back behind you. Make sure that hip kind of now is pointing down, whoop, towards the earth in that bird. And then say that bird went for a little flight and it's flying, it's soaring, and then it decided that it needed a rest. So it came to land gently in your tree. And by doing all of this, you're building that core, you're getting strong. You're building that balance, you're bringing it to your mind, your heart, your body. And you're outside, hopefully, but even if you're inside, you're the trees, so you're bringing that into your life. And then release, and just sort of walk out those muscles, and then root that opposite side. And each side is so different. The balance from one side to the other. This side is always my more challenging side, so I tend to wobble a little more, and that's okay. So right here, you can stay in that sprout with those toes on the ground. Bring it up just a little bit. Again, never pressing into our standing knee. And then this knee out to the side, so we really get a nice hip opener here. Or you can bring it all the way up into your groin. But again, make sure that you're not pressing against that knee. You can grow those branches. Be any kind of tree you want. Ask your kids, what tree are you today? Are you a pine tree? Are you wide open? Are you a banyan? What sort of tree are you? The lotus flower, you can make an open heart. This is an accepting posture where we join our pinkies and our thumbs together and imagine that beautiful flower that grows out of the mud. That beautiful white, pure flower that grows out of the muddy, murky waters, showing us that beauty and strength can come from any situation. And then it can be those birds soaring and flying. Press that heel back behind you. See that bird flying. Imagine leaping off of that branch, knowing that you're going to soar and fly. And laugh if you swerve and you and then bring it back to that tree. All the while smiling. We should be bringing joy and peace, bringing that breath into our life, that balance, that steady heart. And then gently release. You can shake those legs off to the side. Releasing, and let's take that breath and then dive forward. Get that relaxed stretch of those hamstrings. Roll it up. The light shining in me honors that light shining in you. It unites us all. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.